Okay, so this is a Rockshox Pike dirtjump fork that was stuck down, and then I got it unstuck by forcing the fork to equalize by pulling the lowers and the uppers with a ratchet strap. So now that I have the fork unstuck, I will show you how to easily do a fork service to make your Rockshox fork feel brand new again without any specialized tools. All the tools you will need for this service is a 2.5 and a 5mm Allen key, a 24mm socket, needle nose pliers, a rubber mallet, a brake cleaner, seal lubrication and fork oil. I'm using 0W30. So first step is unscrewing the valve cap and emptying out the air chamber, making sure that there is no air left. Then we're going to remove the rebound knob and loosen the bolts on each side of the lower legs with the 5mm Allen key. Unthread the bolts about 3 turns each, because we're going to reinsert the Allen key and hit the end of it with the rubber mallet to free the lowers from the uppers. Now remove the screws fully so that we can completely remove the lowers from the uppers. This step might require some force. Now empty out all the oil from the fork lowers into a container. Now grab the 24mm socket and unscrew the top cap. Make sure to have the socket aligned correctly as to not damage the top cap. Now pull out the top cap from the uppers. Your top cap might look a little different, as this is a dirtjump fork. Now remove the circlip from inside the stanchions with the needle nose pliers. I like to reinsert the screw from the rebound side to help remove the airspring, as it can be difficult. Clean the parts of the airspring without brake cleaner as to not damage the O-rings. Spray some brake cleaner inside the stanchion and push a lint-free paper towel through it to clean it. Now we will re-grease the air shaft and reinstall the top-out bumper, orienting it the same way as it was before. Now reinstall the small spring onto the lower part of the air spring with the washer on top. Now thoroughly grease the main seal of the air spring, followed by a light grease of the lower O-ring before reinstalling the whole air spring into the stanchion. Reinstall the circlip and wipe off excess grease. Now clean the dust wiper seals without brake cleaner, and then remove and clean the foam rings with brake cleaner, patting them dry with a paper towel. You can see the difference in color, and for some extra performance you can turn them inside out so that you have the least dirty surface facing the stanchions. Now reinstall the foam rings into the fork using your fingers as to not damage the seals. Now thoroughly grease the dust wiper seals, making sure to get grease all the way around both seals. Now take your fork oil and saturate the foam rings with it. I'm using a syringe, but you could just dip them in the oil before installing them if you don't have a syringe. Now reinstall the uppers into the lowers, making sure not to damage the dust wiper seals. Pull out the uppers a bit so that you can insert oil into the lowers. Put 10 milliliters of oil in each leg and push the uppers all the way down again. Reinstall the screws at the bottom, tightening them to about 7 Nm, making sure they are snug. Now we grease the top cap and reinstall it, tightening it to about 28 Newton meters. Now reinstall the rebound knob, tightening the screw until it stops and screwing the valve cap back on. Wipe off excess oil and grease from the fork, and now we have a fork that feels almost as good as new.